Shakura Vision. We are here at Penn's home, where my friends and I are filming our project, Good Old Days. The Good Old Days from Project collects stories from seniors who live here. We are going to take a short tour of the home today.
I'm Mark Sauer, I'm the Executive Director of the home, and I'm glad you guys were able to make it in today.
Thank you.
Well, as you see, we have a nice grand staircase. Penn Home has been here since 1848. We're in our 166th year. And one of the unique features that we have is we try and maintain a home-like environment. I'll show you one of our rooms that's available. This is one of the newer rooms that we renovated about 5 years ago. It's a larger studio apartment. It's got a small kitchenette, large walk-in closet, large bathroom with walk-in shower, and residents can decorate the rooms any way they see fit. We recommend they bring their own furnishings in, makes them feel more comfortable, gives them a sense of ownership. If someone does not have furnishings, Penn Home will furnish it for them at no additional cost. We can step across the hall into our chapel. Penn Home's mission is to cater to the body, mind, and the spirit, and religion and spirituality is a tremendous importance to residents of this generation. At one point in time, our chapel was actually half the size of the first floor. It sat about 100 people. I've been working at the home for 20 years, and I've only filled the chapel 3 times, and that was with outside events. So part of the renovation project that I mentioned, we actually turned the chapel sideways. We raised funds for stained glass windows, and then we actually turned this around so that it would seat our residents as they come down. Holy Name is our Catholic parish, which is right around the corner. They send Eucharistic ministers over at 11:30 every Sunday to minister to the spiritual needs of our Catholic residents, and 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoons we have local Protestant ministers that come in and minister to the
Do you teach
Methodists.
different religions?
We're open, we're non-sectarian, we're open to everyone. We have Presbyterians here, Methodists, Jewish residents, Catholic residents.
So it's like different people who teach them? Or it's like the same person?
Well, there's a variety of pastors that come in. There's pastors and lay people that come in and they minister to the spiritual needs.
Okay.
You can come up this way, I'll show you our garden room. Actually, that's one of the projects that the residents do. The activities programs, they do decorations, and then our environmental service staff hangs it for them. But obviously we call this the garden room because it looks out into the garden. This is the focal point of the home, it's the center of the home. This is one of the lounges for the residents. It's open 24 hours a day. We encourage residents to use this as their living room area. We have a couple residents that come down in the morning and after breakfast. They'll really utilize this. They'll sit in this room all day. They'll go and have lunch. They'll come back and watch TV in the afternoon, go to dinner, come back and watch the evening programs, then go up to their bedroom. We have cable here, and again, it's open 24 hours a day for the residents. They can also use this room to visit with their family members if they want. Move down here, I'll show you our dining room. This is our dining room. Penn Home provides 3 meals a day. We serve our breakfast at 8 in the morning. We serve our heavy meal at noontime, which is called European style. And then at 5 o'clock in the evening, we serve supper, which is something that we would normally eat at lunchtime: soup, sandwiches, salads. All the meals are prepared on site by our own staff, and it's all home cooked.
So what about they want another snack before they go to bed? If they never snack?
We have snacks available at the nurse's station. Most of our residents have little refrigerators in their rooms, and they have their own sodas and their own snacks, and there's some of the members.
Dining room is very unique and like casual.
It's a unique design. It's kind of L-shaped. Again, some of our residents are already in here getting ready. Some of them come down before the meals and they partake of the salad bar, which is open from about 10:30 in the morning to till 6:30 at night. There's about 15 different items on that day.
Okay.
What I like to do for fun? I like watching TV.
Do you have a favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I like the Die Hards. We didn't have any.
I liked all adventure movies. I loved Tarzan movies. Anything to do with Africa or a safari. You know, with the elephants and the lions and things. I love those pictures.
What do you do for fun? You played games, played jacks with the ball, bounce the ball, and catch the jacks in your hand at the same time. The boys played baseball. I don't think football was as popular then as it is today.
I mean, we had ballparks and everything, movies, everything we needed.
Well, how was school back in the day?
Good.
It was good. It was like really different than how it is now.
I don't know, I ain't been to school.
Well, you do look pretty young.
Pretty young.
Yeah, you're real young.
I am?
Yeah.
I'm 87 years old.
You look young to me.
Well, like if we went to church, we couldn't go to church looking like we were going to go play baseball or something like that. We had to be dressed in a nice, like I would have to have a nice dress, and my hair would have to look nice, and all my attachments would have to look nice. I couldn't just run off and say, I'm going to church.
I read.
You read?
I truly enjoy reading, like you might like to play Candy Crush. I would read.
No, I like to read too. You ever read Romeo and Juliet?
Mm-hmm. And I've been to where Romeo and Juliet lived.
Freezing cold, we'd stand on the corner.
That's right.
And we'd talk. Girls that passed by, and if it was a girl you like, you'd run over and say, hey boy, you really look nice, honey.
I also learned that you can buy a piece of a refrigerator, which I did not know. I asked my son, what did he give his boys for Christmas? He says, I gave him part of a refrigerator. I said, you what? It's a different world.
Technology.
Technology.
Give them an example.
Like the camera or phones.
Oh, we didn't have anything like that. We had 8mm cameras and a 16mm camera, but we didn't have no cell phones, and we had dial rotary phones. You wouldn't know how to use those things.
Like, what were your hobbies back then?
Went to school and then played ball after school.
What type of ball? Basketball?
Yeah, a
Baseball?
little basketball, and softball,
Softball.
baseball.
Sounds real fun. Sounds fun.
How did you find out the information when you was younger?
Oh, by going to the library. That would be it.
I think like sometimes I can't go to the library because it'd be like so quiet in there,
That's what I like.
and it's always like when you be loud, it's shh.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I used to be like.
I might be the one saying shh.
How old am I? I really don't know. You think that's crazy. But I'm in my 80s. I'm in my 80s. I don't know, just
90s, Mildred.
or 90s?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're still young.
I am?
Yep.
Well, I'm in my 90s then.
Oh, we got chased every once in a while. If you got noisy, or if you were fresh. But with me, all they would say to me, Joe, I'm going to tell your father. Joe would shut his mouth right away because I didn't want them telling my father that I was a wise guy.
It's way beyond me, my capability of understanding electronics. It's way beyond me.
Maybe an iPad is something for your eyes?
Did they have Facebook back then?
What?
Facebook.
Never heard of it back then.
Never heard of it back then?
I would say that technology for the everyday person who used it probably stopped at, well, they had computers, but most people just stopped with telephones. You know, you had a typewriter, you had a telephone, maybe a cash register. All those were technological things that have been developed over the years, but computers, perhaps outside of government, didn't exist.
I'm gonna show you. You think if you ever like could work with a phone, you would be able to use that phone?
Well, I don't think I'd be able, I would be able to use it. In what way do you say, like, I talk to it, through it, or whatever?
Yeah.
What do
You
do
know how
with
to
it?
like play with it?
Well, I would say no. I couldn't play with it because, you know, I'm not young.
What would have happened if the police would have told your father?
If the police would have told my father, they would tell him at work because my father was a cop. And I would get it from my father. My father's favorite punishment was stay home, you're not allowed out.
Like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
It's like social media.
No, not really.
Have you heard of Facebook? Have you heard of Facebook?
First, Facebook.
Facebook? Yeah, have you heard of it?
Yeah, but I don't.
So like when you was young, you always went to the
I
library?
loved the library. We lived 2 blocks away from the library, and I couldn't wait for summertime to come, like when school would end for the season. And they would give you a reading list in school and say, you know, you can read like 10 of these whatever books. I would love the day school ended because the library and I would be just melded.
You want me to show you how to?
Oh, yes, if you don't mind. No, I wouldn't.
Well, turn the phone on like this. See this little button right there? Press that.
This one,
That one right there.
yeah.
Then you press that right there with your finger.
Still hold on to the other one.
Yeah, and you put it up. Move your finger up.
Did you have a true love?
Did I have a true love?
Yes.
Well, there was Gertrude, and there was Catherine, and I'm trying to think now.
How would you describe true love?
True love? Describe true love. Well, to me, true love is when you meet the person that you feel you and her could live together for the rest of your life.
Did you have a true love?
That I have, at one time I did. Then it fell apart.
Remembering the time when you were completely free. I think that is what makes good old days good. I don't know that they were so much better than what your good days are. They were different, but And mannerisms were different, dress was different, behavior was different.
Well, the good old days, I lived in Hazard Street. And I lived in a block where everyone knew each other. Everyone was kind to each other. The good old days, you wouldn't mind if you fell down and hurt yourself. You wouldn't mind going to your next door neighbor and knocking on the door and saying, "Can you help me?"
One of the penalties of growing old, if you grow old and live a long time, you find that you lose friends through the years. Your friends die, and you reach a point where there are hardly any friends left.
My advice to you would be stay in school, obey your parents.
Just behave yourself and do what is right.
If I could have appreciated school then, as I do now, I might have applied myself more differently, harder.
But I'll iterate what Chick said. Find something you like, and find something that you'll be able to do better than somebody else.
Go after something that you love to do, that you would like to do, but also stay in that field so that if you can't be an interviewer, maybe you could be a cameraman, or you could be a scriptwriter or something, but stay in that field as long as you can.
I think they should be nicely dressed and clean, and not only dressing, in what you say and what you do. I mean, it has to be, well, it should be, what you say is something that your family should be proud of, and that you should work hard to be a fine person.
Learn something, and learn how to do it better than the other guy.
My thoughts on the film project, I think it's a wonderful way to incorporate into our intergenerational program. We do a lot of volunteer work with Penn Treaty, Penn Treaty High School, St. Laurentius, our Catholic local school. And that this is just a wonderful way to get the young people in to interact with the seniors. Every day we learn something new. And it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop when you turn 90 years old. So you guys have been a great inspiration to the residents, and hopefully they've been an inspiration to you all.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mark. So
Thank you.
It was nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you also.
You guys are natural, excellent.
Wow.